and I'm a intimacy and relationship healer, and I'm going to be talking a lot about sexuality, sexual liberation for a better relationship. Now, I'm not going to be getting into, R-rated stuff. We're going to keep it PG for the sake of this, making sure it all lands, and really speaking on what I'm working on with the clients at the moment. And I get really annoyed and frustrated, and I guess I have this love-hate relationship with what I see on the internet. And a lot of, if you go to modest relationship coaches or the more everyday relationship coaches, they're all about getting your man to lead, better communications, kind of like all this stuff that you kind of get in when you're dating, maybe, or in friendships. Friendships, you're very big on communication and boundaries. And I'm not saying that that's not important for relationships, but that's not what makes a relationship. Because if you look at it, if you take out your sexuality, if you take away intimacy from your relationship, you don't have a relationship. It is just a friendship. And this is why so often I see so many of my clients entering this, I guess, roommate vibe, co-parent vibe, and kind of like it's flatlined because they've kind of removed or shut down, they've suppressed their sexuality. They've stopped prioritizing intimacy, and it's just kind of become this, friend zone. And then they're wondering like why they're feeling disconnected, unattractive, not wanted, not cherished. Their man's not leading them and all that. And that's just because they kind of have entered this relationship around being friend zoned. So, and this is where I'm really passionate about is there is no relationship without your sexuality. There is no relationship without your intimacy. I truly believe when you can heal your sexuality, your relationship thrives. Okay. And to share a little bit of a story to let you know that I don't do Tantra. I don't resonate with a lot of the teachings. So I'm not here. I'm not going to tell you get naked and eye gaze your partner for hours or do nude yoga with your partner. I truly believe this is women's work. I work with women only because I truly believe that we set the energy for our relationship. We set the framework. We set the relationship. Okay. And our partners are just responding. So I don't believe in including in them to doing our work. I truly believe that we can transform our relationship just because we are women and we have that power. So I don't believe in a lot of that. Okay. But I was someone that avoided intimacy like a plague. Like I was very good at saying no. I always had excuses. There was a number of times I pretended to have my periods just so I could reject them again without them getting cranky. There was a lot of times I pretended to be sleeping just to avoid it. I would always call myself as this, I just wasn't an affectionate person because and this is just as a side note, and we'll go into this, is intimacy starts outside of the bedroom. Okay, it starts outside of the bedroom. So whenever there was affection happening, or my partner wanted, to feel close and have that affection, I'm just like, I'm just not an affectionate person. And I didn't believe in that attachment. I didn't believe in all the playfulness. And I created all these stories. Okay, so going back to how my relationship with intimacy, like I said, I avoided it so fucking much. And then when I finally started learning this and realizing the importance of it, and maybe I started healing it from my trauma bonds, like up until my now partner or my boyfriends, even, my past partner of 10 years, they were all unfaithful or cheat. So maybe I wanted to heal it from a place of wounding, which is okay, whatever path I had to go down to get to me where I am now. And then when I started healing my relationship with my sexuality, and I started having a desire to be intimate again, and I had this desire to feel free to express myself sexually, I would then be intimate in the bedroom only after I've been drinking. Like even my now partner, when we first started being intimate, I would only say yes to him if I had like 2 glasses of wine. Because then I was kind of like more numbed. I was out of my head. I could just relax. And I've got so many stories of that. So I'm sharing this with you to know that no matter what your relationship is with, you can heal it. Okay. And something that I've been playing with and it's been really coming through to me so strong is we were all born as sexual beings. We were all born as a sexually liberated person. But over the time, we've picked up on traumas and experiences that made us shut it down. And even now that I've healed it, I'm looking back at times in my life where I was sexually expressing myself and I was kind of like shamed for it. The time when I decided to, have sex for the first time and then he didn't want me anymore because he got what he wanted from me. The time when I used my body to keep boyfriends with me, but it still wasn't enough. They still cheated on me. They still left me. It was never enough for me. The time when I was intimate, didn't have sex, but was intimate. I allowed a boy to touch my body in high school, and he went to school and told all of his friends about it. And I was bullied so severely, I had to leave school because I couldn't face anyone because of how severe the bullying is. So as you can see, all these little experiences that happened actually made me feel not safe in my body, not safe around, my sexuality. And over time, I suppressed myself. And even though there was moments where I can see she was coming out and she was more playful again, it was like on a very conditional basis. And this is what happened. And I've even had a client last year that came to me and she had a different experience, but her experience was after kids. She couldn't connect with her sexuality after her kids because her body changes. She was very disconnected with her breast. She was very disconnected with her yoni. And because she was disconnected with her body, she was pushing away energetically her partner because she just felt gross and disgusted. And she even cried when I asked her to just touch her breast on our session. And that created a separation between her and her husband because she just couldn't let him see her. She couldn't let him really feel her. And that's just what happened. So it might not be my experiences, but if you've got kids, that's another way where you can disconnect from your body, shut down, reject your sexuality, and then you kind of just start mumming all the time. Okay. I lost my train of thought. I had something really important to say anyway. So if it's supposed to come through, it will come through. So the point of healing your sexuality is allowing yourself to express yourself, allowing yourself to connect with your body. Just got my train of thought back. As women, we were literally created for pleasure. Whether that's because we were women, so as a feminine being, we were designed to feel. And being feminine is not just feeling certain emotions, it is feeling all aspects of the emotions, pleasure to pain, sorry, to, eroticism, expand, like we were supposed to feel it all. And then going down to body parts, we were literally born and created with body parts that were designed for pleasure. So when you really drill that in, how have you disconnected from your body? And how is that a reflection of how's your relationship reflecting that? I truly believe that everything's a reflection. Okay. You can't have a really deep, thriving, hot as fuck intimacy or relationship without intimacy. And you can't have a fucking deep, connected, mind-blowing intimacy with your partner if you have no relationship with your body or no relationship with your sexuality. Now, what I talk about sexuality is it's not about doing tantra. It's not about wearing the sexy lingerie. It's not about dripping wet all the time. It's a vibe. It's a feeling. It's you expressing your authenticity, you being vulnerable, you just being you and allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to be felt, allowing yourself to be touched and held and feeling safe within doing that. Okay. So I'm not going to go too deep into this because I really wanted this to be a nugget that lands for you. I want you to reflect on what is your relationship with your sexuality? What is your relationship around intimacy, around in the bedroom? Even reflecting on times when you're intimate with your partner. Do you push him away? Do you make up all these lame ass excuses all the time? Do you finger point? Do you blame external things? I'm too tired. I'm too stressed. I'm this. I'm that. Maybe you got resentment building because of X, Y, and Z, and you're blaming it on him. So just coming back to reflecting on, do you use it as, and this is another thing I see clients using their sex as a punishment tool. You've done X, Y, and Z, so therefore I'm going to withdraw from it. Or only saying it, only doing it when they've done something right. Like, we're not their fucking mums. Okay, so really reflect on your relationship around intimacy, around sex, around all of that, and start linking how I might be showing up in your relationship. Okay. And when I'm talking about intimacy, I'm not just talking about in the bedroom, because it truly starts outside the bedroom. You can be intimate with your partner, fully clothed, in the kitchen, even while kids are around. There are a number of ways, but you need to be open to it. Your energy, because your partner feels your energy before you ever speak. The reason why my partner can't keep his hands on me and still grabbing me, even, the day after surgery, is because I'm open to it. He can feel me inviting him in. Okay. But equally with energy, if you're shut down from your body, disconnected from your body, if you're shut off from your sexuality, you then kind of like have that repelling force that is kind of creating this energetic, I call it energetic wall between the two of you. Okay. So healing your relationship to your sexuality allows you to feel closer to your partner because you're not having those energetic barriers. You'll be inviting him in. You'll be able to feel and be creating more pleasure, experiencing it, having better sex in the bedroom, being more open to having those conversations and to be feeling seen. You'll be allowed to express yourself. Going from like me, where I had to be under the influence of alcohol to be intimate, to now being the one initiating it. Going from the person who used to pretend to be asleep, or pretend to have periods, or come up with some reason why we can't be intimate, to now just being honest. Yeah, it's a yes or it's a no. And that to me is the sexual liberation piece. It's coming home to whatever it looks like to you. Doesn't need to look like anyone else. My bedroom life is for me. My relationship is for me. So what feels true for you? What feels good for you? How is the intimacy feeling very stagnant, flat? And what needs to happen to create more aliveness, to create more pleasure, to create more inviting energy? And I'll just go back to what I said in the beginning, is there's no relationship without intimacy. There is no relationship without intimacy. Without intimacy, you just have a friend. And I get messages all the time from people wanting to feel more closer to their partner. Well, you're not going to get closer to your partner with more talks. Men and women communicate very differently. Men don't want us to be yapping away, talking endlessly. That actually makes them shut off. Doing the housework and cooking together, it's not going to create more connection. What creates connection is closeness, vulnerability, intimacy. Okay, so I hope this lands for you. If you do want to go deeper in healing your relationship with your intimacy, healing your relationship, then I encourage you to book a session below, a intimacy healing session, and we can go much deeper in this. And if not, I will see you in the next episode. Bye.